Okay, this is Today in Prophecy Part 5. I'm going to go over a few scriptures here that very few people have seen. And it's things that are going to happen here in the very near future. We're going to start with Isaiah 19:17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Every one that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, and swear to the Lord of hosts. One shall be called the city of destruction. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of the hosts in the land of Egypt. For they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a Savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. And the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice and oblation. Yea, they shall vow a vow unto the Lord and perform it. Okay, the day is coming when Egypt will know and serve the God of Israel. They shall make a vow to God and will even speak the same language as Israel. Isaiah 19:22. And the Lord shall smite Egypt, he shall smite and heal it. And they shall return even to the Lord, and he shall be entreated unto them, and shall heal them. For some reason, the Lord's going to smite Egypt first. Then he's going to heal them. And they will return to the Lord and serve him. Isaiah 19:23. In that day shall there be a highway out of Egypt to Assyria, which is Turkey. And the Assyrian shall come into Egypt, and the Egyptian into Assyria, and the Egyptians shall serve with the Assyrians. A new highway is going to be built that connects Egypt through the Promised Land unto Turkey. The Egyptians and the Turks will both serve the Lord together. Isaiah 19:24. In that day shall Israel be the third with Egypt and with Assyria, even a blessing in the midst of the land, whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt, my people, and Assyria, the work of my hands, and Israel, mine inheritance. This is absolutely fascinating here. Israel, Egypt, and Turkey will form like a trinity of nations upon the return of the Lord. The Egyptians and the Turks will become God's people, and Israel will receive their promised inheritance. Big changes will occur in the nations of Egypt and Turkey in the near future. Israel will possess all the land between the Nile River in Egypt and the Tigris River in Turkey and the Euphrates River in Iraq. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Lord trying to get the attention of the entire earth in this passage. He has something to say to the people of earth. Isaiah 34:2. For the indignation of the Lord upon all the nations, and his fury upon all their armies, he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. The Lord's not a happy camper here. He's about to bring down the nations of the earth and destroy their armies. How bad will it be? Why is he going to do this? Isaiah 34:3. Their slain shall also be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains, which is nations, shall be melted with their blood. A great physical change of the earth is about to happen for the nations to be melted. There's going to be a lot of death. The bodies of the people will be so many that the stench will fill the nostrils of every person on the entire earth. There will be dead bodies everywhere. We're talking about when Jesus comes back here. This is the final battle of Armageddon, when Jesus wipes them out. Isaiah 34:4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth from a vine, and also as a falling fig from the fig tree. When a bomb is detonated at the impact of Earth, a mushroom cloud rolls to itself, just like a scroll. This battle he's talking about here is devastating to the people of Earth. But this also affects the heavenly host. The disobedient of the heavenly realm will be cast out permanently at this time. Why so much destruction? Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. This is the war to end wars. It is the day of the Lord's vengeance. It is the day the Lord destroys everyone that has come against his holy city, Jerusalem, and his people. How does this, I don't even have the words for it right there now. Let's go to Zechariah 14:12. How he does this is gruesome. Zechariah 14:12. And this will be the plague wherein the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's kind of gruesome, isn't it? All the nations that are against the Jews have no idea that they have sealed their fate and they're going to be destroyed. The description of how the people are going to be destroyed, where their flesh melts from their body and their eyes melt out of their head and their tongue out of their mouth, what it describes here is a nuclear blast. It's a nuclear holocaust. Nuclear war is in our future, and it's not that far away. Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. This indicates worldwide destruction. Yes, we will be involved in this global destruction. Remember the beginning of Matthew 24, Jesus said that not one stone will be left on another. The inhabitants being scattered leads us to believe that all the cities on earth will be demolished. They have to leave their so-called security and wander as vagabonds. It's going to be bad. I don't want to be here when this happens. Isaiah 24:3. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken his word. Well, if the Lord says something is going to happen, you can make a sure bet it's going to happen. So this is going to happen. Isaiah 24:6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men are left. This devastation is so vast that mankind is going to be as rare as gold. This is a sign that death will be spread worldwide. Isaiah 24:19-20. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. The destruction is so great that the face of the earth is going to be changed. The earth reeling to and fro suggests that the earth's going to be somehow be thrown off its axis, which will totally change weather patterns. Polar shift will occur. The location of the equator will change. it's not going to be a fun time to live during this time. Get right with God. Zechariah 14:16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and keep the feast of the tabernacles. After Jesus established his kingdom on earth, the Gentiles that are left, that didn't die, will be commanded to go to Jerusalem once a year to worship Jesus and keep the feast of the tabernacles. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. 2/3 of the whole house of Israel will die during the tribulation period. 2/3. Only 1/3 of the whole house of Israel will survive to enter Jesus' new kingdom on earth. There's going to be a lot of death. 1 Timothy 4:1-3. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidding to marry, and commanding to abstain from meats which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Notice this is going to happen in the last days. What is meant by forbidding to marry? In light of the current events involving the gay agenda, the image of the beast being established right now, marriage will be redefined or done away with altogether. Marriage, God's way, is going to be no longer legal, which is a union between a woman and a man, husband and wife. With the environmental extremists in authority, eating meat is going to be outlawed. They're doing that now. I mean, half the meat that you get anymore is not real meat. They're manufacturing all this fake stuff. They're getting people away from totally away from meat, which goes directly against what God just said. You know, God created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believeth and know the truth. They want anything to do with God, they're trying to get rid of. You know, at first on the meat, there's going to be strict regulations will be applied to all companies that raise and produce meat for consumption. They're doing that right now. In fact, they've got actual manufacturers that manufacture this fake meat to make it taste like meat. And it's not meat. Have you eaten any of the TV dinners lately? Yeah. I go, what'd they do to this stuff? It's not real meat. It's not real fish. It's not real barbecue. It's not real pork. It's not real beef. It's all fake. But this is going to be a short one here, because I'm going to basically get off here now. You know, things are going crazy. You know, a lot of the way the people think. You know, they already said cow farts were destroying the air and stuff like that. You know, and I've actually heard them say that. You know, they brought to attention that people that are fat, they've got a lot of weight on them, and stuff, cause more damage to Earth because they ride around in their vehicles more, which produces more emissions. Plus, they exhale more carbon dioxide due to laboring harder to breathe because of their fat. It's getting crazy. And all you got to do is look around. That's all you got to do is look around and see what they're doing today And the stupid things, you got to use the proper pronouns, It's he or she. That's the only two pronouns they are. There's male and female. If somebody says, I'm a tree, well, how are you supposed to use a pronoun for that? If I like your bark, where's your leaves, It's stupid. It really is stupid. And it's crazy. But it's got to happen. Because all of this leads to the image of the beast, which they are trying to get into effect. They're trying to get their one world government in. They're trying to get a one world currency. They're going to get rid of everything. Everything's going to be digital, where they can trace anything that you buy. And if they don't think you need that there, they'll just say, no, he can't buy that. I'll do it all digitally. If they think that you owe them more money than you do, they'll just take it. They can just block you out of your account. It's coming. It's coming. And people, we need to get ready for this. And we also need to stand fast on what the Word says. Don't give in to this garbage that they're throwing at us right now. There's so many people that, well, they said this on TV. It's got to be true. Everything on TV is a lie. All the news stations are a lie. I seen a joke. You've heard of the liar, liar, pants on fire. Yeah, it would be a lot of, if that really did happen, it would be a lot more fun to watch the news. I had to throw a joke in there too, but this is serious, but yet I know it's coming, and I know where I'm going. I've already been there. I've already died once, and I was standing in God's glory, and I got sent back. I guess I got sent back for this. But anyway, you all have a blessed day, and look up, because our redemption is nigh. All you got to do is know what the scriptures say and look around. And it's happening. It's happening right now. So you all have a blessed day.